We always begin in prayer position for every salutation. It is the honoring of ourself, our energy, and as we say namaste, as I honor the light within each and every one of you, also turn that namaste inward and honor the light within yourself. And as we honor the light within ourselves, we honor our energy. And we bring our attention to all of our chakras, the entire chakra system. We're going to breathe into that one, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Just want to take a nice cleansing breath. Just push that out. Put a smile on your face and allow that energy, the smiling energy, to come fully into your body. And now, if you're doing this with me, we're going to start at the top of our mat in prayer position. And we're going to take a few breaths, focusing on the breath in each posture or pose. And then we're going to raise our hands slowly above our head and arch backwards, releasing our hands and allowing our throat to open up towards the sky, allowing our third eye to join with the cosmos. And as we breathe into the next posture, we're going to slowly bend forward. You're going to bring your hands to the mat. You're going to straighten your back as much as you are comfortable and look up. Now you're going to gently raise your hands up and you're going to interlace them behind your back. As we keep our standing forward bend, you can allow your interlaced hands to fall over your head into a standing mudra. You can allow your crown to become parallel with the earth, bringing that energy with each breath up your legs, into your root, and allowing it to flow right up to your crown, circulating that energy. And with each change, we breathe into it as we release our hands flat to the ground. And we're going to step with our left leg back into our runner's pose, runner's lunge. Gaze forward. Take a few good breaths here. Any position that you use where you are bending, twisting, stretching, or becoming parallel with the earth or the sky, pay attention to where those energy centers are. These are the ones of focus. So right now we have this great stretch in our groin. So now we're focusing on the root and the sacral. As we gently lower our knee to the mat, stabilizing ourselves as we rise up into our low lunge with our arms coming up towards the sky and arms wide open, bringing in all this beautiful positive energy, opening up our heart. Take a couple of good breaths in here, allowing that oxygen to go into our lungs, really energizing that center. And on the exhale, bringing your hands back down to the mat, we're going to bring our right leg back to our left foot into our plank pose. Any strengthening posture that you use, think of the courage and the strength, the fortitude, the warrior that is within you, our solar plexus. And now breathe into downward dog. And looking at the mat, keeping your third eye parallel to the earth. Downward dog can be very grounding, as well as balancing and opening of the third eye. And stabilize your feet as we lift the left foot off of the mat, up towards the sky into a three-legged dog pose. While you are here, if you keep your hips parallel to the earth, if you open them up, you're going to open up your sacral a bit more. We leave that one up to you. Pointing your toe. Lifting only as far as you're comfortable. Take a good breath in and really breathe into that position. Now flex your toe. And we're going to bring this foot right in between our hands. Stabilizing the position. We're turning our right foot to its side as we rise into a warrior one. Really get some good deep breaths in here with warrior one. The warrior one is powerful for your root as well as your solar plexus. Always bringing your attention to the most powerful energy center that each pose or posture takes you to. You're going to gently move into warrior two with your breath. I'm going to take a few breaths here, keeping them nice and even and strong. And now you're going to supine. Turn your palms up toward the sky in a beautiful receiving position. Take another breath in for all that receiving energy. And we're going to bring our left elbow down to our left knee into a modified angle pose as we reach across, keeping this position nice, straight, and open. Really opening up the torso. Really helping our solar plexus. When you are ready, we're going to bring our right hand down to the mat. Release your elbow from your knee. Bring your left hand on either side of the mat and just hold your runner's lunge for a moment. Now we're going to bring our left foot back to our right foot into a plank pose. Take another good breath with this, and then breathe into your downward facing dog. Your body should be loosening up, muscles relaxing. You can sink deeper with each breath into each pose. Stabilizing your feet and your hands as we raise our right leg into a three-legged dog. Toes pointed. Remembering the same as the other side, you may choose to open your hip, opening the sacral a bit more, if that is comfortable for you. If not, try to keep your hips parallel with the earth. Take a couple of good breaths in here. Allowing yourself to breathe into not just your energy centers, but into every muscle of your body, into the pose. Flexing your foot now. As we bring the right leg in between our hands, swinging it forward. Holding our runner's lunge, gaze forward. A couple of good breaths here. Really opening up that groin with this stretch. We relax into it. Now lowering the left knee to the mat. We slowly rise up. This time we're going to interlace our hands together, raising our index fingers toward the sky, steeple hands, and hold this powerful mudra as we look up towards our hands. This one simple pose is really bringing in your lower energy and your higher energy, right from your bodily, right into the etheric and consciousness chakras. Breathe, and as you exhale, release your hands down to the ground, flat. We're bringing our right leg now back in alignment with our left into a table pose, keeping our back nice and straight. Before we go into a cat-cow sequence, really helping to open up our throat. And as you breathe into it, we're going to hunch the back and pause for but a moment in each position, holding it and releasing as we arch the back, lifting our head up, really opening up that throat. And as we breathe into the next sequence, arching the back, really hunching. Try to get your chin as close to your chest as you are comfortable. If you have any neck problems, please don't do that. And stretching back up, arching the back, lifting our chin. One more time, hunched back. And now hold this position. Breathe into that. And we're going to shift into a rabbit's pose as comfortably as we can. Bringing our hands back to our feet and touching our crown to the mat. If this is difficult for you, please just go into a child's pose with your third eye to the mat. The rabbit's pose is very powerful for your crown chakra. Allow yourself a breath in with this. And as you exhale, I want you now to rest on your legs. Now in child's pose, third eye to the mat. Make sure that you focus on that breath. And as you breathe in, we're going to slowly begin to rise. Lifting your buttocks from your feet, slowly rising. The curve of the back coming vertebrae by vertebrae, slow and deliberate. And once you are straight, you are now going to gently begin to roll back into a camel pose. And you may stop at camel pose in a modified version here. You may continue to go back. You may hold your ankles or your feet, depending on where is most comfortable for you. Your flexibility, if you have any injuries. And allow the camel pose to really help open up our throat and our heart together. The strength and fortitude of the camel pose in our solar plexus. Joining the physical world and all of its elements together with the spiritual world. And get ready to rise back up. And as you now sink down into it, allowing your legs to be wide. As you bring yourself into a wide leg extended child's pose, sliding your hands out in front of you. Combining our root and our crown once again, placing our third eye on the mat. And as you breathe into this, if it is comfortable for you, walk your hands out just a little bit further to really open up that torso, open up for any tension, releasing it so that your chakras may flow even more. Opening, widening, flowing, beautifully balanced, bringing in positive universal life force energy into every energy center. Now gently breathing as we slide into a wide leg downward dog. Half dog, excuse me. And then gently ease yourself into a sphinx. Allowing your heart to feel the power of the sphinx. Putting a smile on your face. Breathe into that. Bringing our hands flat on the mat underneath our shoulders as we rise into our cobra. In cobra pose, allow your gaze to go upward, just upward, not to the sky, just upward. Opening up your throat. Now bringing your attention to your pelvis. As your pelvis makes contact with the mat, feel the stretch in the lower abdomen and the pelvis. And allow your sacral to relax into this. As we gently lift our thighs off of the earth, off of the mat, and we breathe back into downward dog. Take a few really deep breaths here. And now we're going to step our right leg to our right hand. We're going to bring our left hand to our left foot into a wide leg, forward bend. Now you may leave your hands here, or you may place them in front. You may grab hold of your elbows. Bring your crown now parallel to the earth. Take a couple of good breaths in with this. Breathe into that crown. And bring your hands, should they not be there, in front, flat on the mat, as we straighten our back and look forward. And we're going to slowly walk our feet together until they're hip distance apart. Into a standing forward bend, just nice and relaxed. You're going to slowly rise back up. You're just going to allow your arms to come all the way around and into prayer position. You may bow.